Welcome, welcome, Titan Army. Before I dive into it, can I get a few notifications in chat if you can hear me? All right, perfect. Thank you, Shenlong. Thank you, Daniel. We have another packed Titan Talk as always, so let's jump into it. Sadly, today ads as well as RT unable to join us. So as always, let's show RT some love in chat, and also let's show ads some love in chat. So for today, we'll start off by recapping last weekend's affiliate tournament. We had some familiar champions, familiar faces in our top four, and we'll break down all the highlights and shout out all the players who rose. From there, we'll dive into a new tournament format that we have. Actually, the first ever time we're doing a tournament like this. We have Titan Tournament 2.0. Says a $10,000 prize pool, a packed Saturday schedule, and we have a brand new team joining the mix. So this is definitely a section you don't want to miss. We'll then shift gears to talk about the Totem of Creation, which we actually have some exciting data to look at today. Episodes 3 and 4 released last week. We have 2 new community challenges that went live this week. And we also have a new episode releasing tomorrow and another one on Saturday. I hear you, Haya. The sound is kind of bad. Give me one moment. Let me see if we can connect headphones and improve that for you. Just a second. Hello, hello. Is this any better? Waiting for you guys to let me know in chat. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay, cool. Glad this is a little bit better. So I was just talking about the motion comic. As I mentioned, we had episodes 3 and 4 released this week. We have new community challenges this week, as well as a new episode releasing tomorrow, as well as a new episode releasing on Saturday. From here, we'll wrap up with some quick updates on our India Influencer Showdown, where we will actually be pushing the dates of the event. But don't worry, I will give you guys the whole update, and we'll dive into there during the section. But first off, let's begin with the affiliate tournament results. So after last weekend's official affiliate tournament for the 3rd edition of our Anything Goes, it was definitely a quality turnout and showdown as always. So we had some new weapon restrictions, and we had a new rule in terms of being able to actually change your weapons in the middle of a series, shaking things up. And once again, shout out to our community hosts who have continued to deliver. And now let's dive in what actually went down in terms of results. So with select weapons being banned for this tournament, we had a lot of our players being forced to think outside of the box, and this definitely showed. The action was nonstop from the very first round, continued all the way to our playoffs, which right on our Twitch, as well as our... So kicking off with the grand finals, we had Haya took the crown with their Poison Titan, named Poison, number 2732, who claimed the championship title after showing a dominant performance all tournament long. And Haya's in chat here going, easy win. So I don't know if you guys are gonna take that. Yeah, great naming skills there. That's right, Chiku. I don't know if we can take this from Haya, guys. You guys really need to clap back in the next affiliate tournament, or let's see if Haya wants to keep their position at the top of the podium. Right behind them, we had Babby, OP, put a strong fight, but sadly fell a little bit short to Haya, landed up in a runner-up spot. They were also playing with another amply named Titan. So we had a Sky Titan named Sky 10, number 466. I don't know if you guys worked together on that or if that's just a coincidence, but yeah, really great naming skills there. Then over in bracket 1, we had AJ, who locked in 2nd place with another Sky Titan. However, this one was named Flight. Then we had bracket 2 as well, which also brought some more heat. Here we had Tinov securing 2nd place using a Forest Titan named Sir Don Do. So congratulations to all the players. As you can tell, we have a little bit of Sky supremacy here, with 3 of 4 Titans of that Sky element. Force seeking through as well. Let's see with balance changes that are supposed to be posted next week with patched updates coming as well. if those do a shakeup to our tournament results in terms of elemental results. So as a reminder, this tournament obviously was our affiliate. We had a $4,000 prize pool. We had winning spread from, whether you got to the top 32 or whether you were to the grand champion. So whether you played and got kicked out early, we hope you got, your share of the prize pool, and congrats again to all of our finalists. And as always, a huge shout out to Shazinix and RCS, continuing to come to us with, new ideas for formats, community tournaments. We'll see potentially Daniel for the next affiliate tournament, or whether it will be Xenix and RCS is yet to be determined. But as always, a big shout out to all of our players who competed and everyone who turned in, whether that be on the Twitch stream or on the YouTube. So yeah, GG's, as Shenlong is saying. And now let's talk about something I think we all have been waiting for, a new tournament format. We have the first ever Titan Tournament 2.0 Volume 1, which is happening this weekend. So, we've been hosting a ton of Titan tournaments across the last few months. We've also been hosting our Holders Frenzies. So we really want to take a lot of these learnings from these previous tournaments and implement it into this Titan Tournament 2.0, which, again, is kicking off this Saturday. So we did aim to fill all 256 spots. But as you guys know, due to a lot of the eligibility checks we have been doing lately, a lot of our more active players are not eligible for some of these tournaments. So sadly, we will actually only have 216 players that have actually passed this check. So that means, just like in Titan Tournament Volume 23, as well as some of our early Holders Frenzies, we have a few players who will randomly be selected to receive buys in that round 1. But keep in mind, as always, they will only receive cash prize for round 1 if they actually win round 2. And then if, as always, if skipping round 1 does not guarantee this payout, you still need to win that round 2 battle. So with this Titan Tournament 2.0, we have a $10,000 prize pool. Let me share it in chat for you all to follow along with me. So we basically just halved what we have for our normal Titan tournament. So instead of the $20,000 prize pool, we have 10 here. And then all of the values have just been halved as well. So getting into the top 128, that will earn you 15 USD, top 64, 25 USD, top 32, 35 USD, top 16, 45, top 8, 60, our top 4, 75 in the blocks. Our block runner-up will score 100 USD, and our block champion is going home with $150. So these block champions journeys do not stop here. They advance to our overall playoffs for the iconic 3-player gauntlet, as we're calling it. And if you come in 3rd place in this gauntlet, just a reminder for the gauntlet, for those who may not be aware, in these gauntlet series, players will take all 3 of their Titans that they have been competing with throughout the entire tournament, and they must play against the other 3 players' Titans. Whoever defeats all of their opponent's Titans gets a point, and whoever has the most amount of points at the end of all of these matchups will be crowned the champion. So our 3rd place within this 3-player gauntlet will get an additional 125, so that's a juicy 140 total prize pool. Our runner-up will get an additional 45, leading to 160 total, which they'll be taking home. And then our champion will be going home with 190 USD total and a nice bonus of 75. Good morning, Timusami. Thank you for saying that in chat. And now, before we move on more to other prize pools, I want to quickly touch on our schedule this weekend. So we haven't changed anything up here. We have the same amount of players as we do with our Titan tournaments, so this will actually stay consistent. So we have round 1, bracket 1, taking place from 8 to 8:20. We have a 5-minute break here to make sure that we can update all the results. Then round 1, bracket 2 will be from 8:25 to 8:45. Round 1, bracket 3 will then be from 8:50 to 9:10 a.m. EST. Keep in mind, these are all in EST, and we will have all of these posted in Unix time code so you can see them in your own time zone within our Titan tournament channel. Round 2 will then take place from 9:15 to 10:25. Round 3 from 10:25 to 11:25. Round 4, 11:25 to 12. Round 5, 12 to 12:30. Round 6, 12:30 to 1. Our block semifinals will be kicking off at 1 p.m., followed by our block finals at 1:30. And then finally, after these block finals conclude at around 2 p.m. EST, we will kick off on our Twitch as well as our YouTube stream, joined by Nugget and Ross, who will be commentating our 3-player gauntlet battle. So something also which is really exciting for this tournament is we're actually welcoming a brand new team into the mix. We have a new team named Imperial Vanguard. So yeah, you heard that, Skogmar. I was hoping nobody was going to hear that. But with this new team, we actually have a first ever team representing a new continent for us. So Imperial Vanguard will be representing Africa for us, which is absolutely massive. So as always, I think, Ads and I have hinted in previous Titan Talks that Africa is definitely a region of focus for us. So already having a team and players who want to come in and join a team is extremely exciting for us. This is a huge milestone as we continue to build the community and really begin to shift our focus to other regions in the world. We're really excited to have Africa on the map. I don't know exactly who the team captain is, Relzy, off the top of my head. Maybe we can ping Hazy as well. And I will get that information, though, nonetheless. But off the top of my head, I'm not sure who the captain is. I don't believe it's Vanguard, but we will have to double check. So on top of welcoming a new team into the mix, now Hazy is not the captain, Relzy. We'll just need to get that information from him. So on top of us having this new team, we also have a team-based prize pool as we normally do in Titan tournaments. So speaking of this team-based prize pool, it is similar to the way we do it with our Titan tournaments. However, all rewards in USD have actually been halved. So first place team, instead of getting 200 USD per player, will actually only get 100 USD per player. But don't you worry, we have kept the titanium amounts consistent. So even though we've actually have the cash prize pool, the amount of titanium will stay the same. So the first place team will get $100 and 500,000 titanium per player. Second place, 75 and 350,000. Third place, 50, 250,000. Fourth place, 25 plus 150,000. Fifth place, 1250 and 100,000 titanium. And then sixth and seventh place, sadly, you will not be going home with any cash prizes, but you will be going home with 75,000 titanium and 50,000 titanium, respectively. Cool. I see Hazy has popped in chat here to give us who the captains are of Imperial Vanguard. So we have D-Max, and then you were right. It is Vanguard who is the other captain. So huge welcome to these two representing the new team from Africa, Imperial Vanguard. And again, we're extremely excited to have them, especially as they'll be competing in this new team-based prize pool. So as always, let's see if anybody is able to secure that elemental mastery role again. You can get this by defeating 5 of the other players' Titans with a single Titan of your own. RCS is so far the only one who has this title. So let's see if anybody else is feeling lucky this weekend, feeling a little bit dominant, and can go forward into the tournament and beat those 5 Titans. As always, good luck to all competitors, and thank you to everyone who's actually competing. This will be history for us as the first ever Titan Tournament 2.0. So let's see who makes Titan Tournament 2.0 history by becoming the first ever champion as well. Good luck to all of you in the arena. I'll pause here, see if there are any questions. I think we're all good. Yes, Shenlong, I'll touch on the arena in Navi Mumbai in just a bit. That will actually be after this section. Cool. So 2 more sections to go, everyone. One thing I want to quickly update us on is motion comic. So as you guys know, the journey through the Totem of Creation, as we're calling it, continues to build momentum, both in the lore and the storyline, as well as on our official channel. So as you guys know, on Friday and Saturday of last week, we officially released episodes 3 and 4 on on Friday and Saturday. And it's been great to see some of you really, diving into these episodes and really getting to see a lot of your early reactions as we begin to dive deeper and deeper into the world of Irio. That being said, we do notice that there are quite a few players who are actually not watching the motion comic yet. So that being said, if you haven't done so, make sure to hop on over to the official YouTube channel. We have this linked in all of our announcements regarding the topic. So make sure to check out the episodes. And, we're really curious to hear all of your guys' feedback. I want to hear what everybody's thinking about, the different storylines that's kind of happening and the different little subplots within the broader narrative of the Totem of Creation story. So really want to get your guys' perspective. So if you watch it, make sure to send me a message or send in chat what you guys think. We're always really eager to hear what you say and to hear your feedback as well. So check them out on YouTube. If you haven't done so yet, you can still earn some titanium for sharing with your friends. And as always, as we continue to grow and the community continues to grow, the IP and the Totem of Creation will only continue to get stronger as well. Thank you, Chiku. Thank you, Awasti. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the episodes. Are you guys watching them in Hindi, or are you guys watching them in English? How have you guys been watching them? Just curious to know real quick. Cool. You've been watching them in English? Nice. We have them in Hindi as well. We actually have them in 5 languages. So we have French, Spanish, Portuguese, English, and Hindi. So whoever you want to send it to, I'm sure we will be able to accommodate them. Please make sure to share this with as many people as you can. Yeah, I agree. The original English is really, really cool, and it does sound the best in my opinion as well. So on top of these 2 episodes that went live last week, we also have 2 new challenges which are actively live in our community right now. So in episode 3, for the episode 3 challenge, we have the Lands of Irio challenge. So let's dive into actually what this is. So in episode 3, the Primordials journey through several distinct lands on their quest to protect the totem. Your mission in this community challenge is to name all 3 of the lands mentioned by the narrator. It's really not that hard. All you need to do is watch episode 3, listen closely for these lands which are mentioned by the narrator, and all you need to do is submit the answers actually into our announcement immediately on Discord, and instantaneously you'll know whether or not you got those correct and whether you will be getting that titanium. For episode 4, we also have an exciting event. We have the Primordial Squabble Challenge. And let's dive into this, how we're also diving into those rewards. Shenlong, I don't think those are the names, but good try throwing everybody off. We'll see how many people actually submit those as incorrect answers. Before the episode 4 event, in the series itself, or in the episode itself, Volker threatens to unleash an attack on Molly during the puzzle-solving scene. Your challenge is now to identify exactly what attack Volker threatened. So again, just like the episode 3 challenge, all you need to do is a really flammable attack. That's a good hint. Volker is the lava titan, so that does make sense. Thank you for the hint there. But all you need to do is watch episode 4, identify and listen closely to hear what this attack Volker threatens to use is. And then again, same as episode 3, go to our announcements, submit the answers, and you'll know instantaneously whether you got the answers correct or so all correct answers receive 100,000 titanium. So you actually have the opportunity to score 200,000 plus titanium just from participating in the community events. And then on top of this, we will also be rewarding the first 10 correct submissions with an additional 25,000 titanium bonus. So if you submit within the first 10 people on both of the events, that is bringing your total to 250,000 titanium just for watching the motion comic. So make sure to do so if you haven't already. These community events are really fun, and we love to see how many people are actually participating. If you guys have any feedback, any comments you guys want to share, or any ideas you think would be really cool for additional community events surrounding the motion comic, I'm all ears and super eager to hear it from all of you. So as I mentioned, we're in the cadence of releasing every Friday and Saturday, which means we have episode 5 going live tomorrow, episode 6 dropping Saturday, which means even more challenges, even more titanium is happening next week. So get excited, Titan Army. And lastly, I want to touch on just one more thing with the motion comic is we have actually been working with Google Ads team. So just to give you guys some context, we've been working pretty extensively with some of our people of contact at Google to help us actually start new campaigns, driving people to actually begin watching the motion comic series in the Totem of Creation. So yesterday I had a bunch of meetings with their team, and we set up all the ads to go live. So we put a bunch of short form content, put a lot of horizontal YouTube content, and we went live with the ads last night. So last night we were about 129 subscribers on our YouTube. And we woke up this morning just about 12 hours later, and we already have 750 plus subscribers on the YouTube. So it's really, really clear. Am I allowed to make clips? Of course, Shenlong. Please feel free. So it's really clear that with this growth of 600 overnight, these ads are actually really, really working at driving people to the motion comic. And what's even better to see is like people aren't just going to check out the channel; people are actually subscribing. So it's really clear to us that the IP, the Titans, and the storyline are driving more people to get interested in Reign of Titans itself. So we're hoping the people that engage with the motion comic from here then come to play the game, and again, really kind of continuing to grow in the size and scale of the Reign of Titans ecosystem. We want to have games, we want to have plushies, we want to have merch, we want to have video series. We want to have all this stuff for a bunch of different people to sink their teeth into the world of video. So as always, make sure to keep watching, participate in our community events, share with your friends, and we'll keep you updated in terms of how the growth is with all of the ads that we have begun running for these motion comics as well. Amazing. So I'll see if there are any more questions. Titan cosplay would be amazing, Chiku. I definitely want to see that. At least a piece of alpha. We will get some alpha regarding. Actually, okay, I'll skip the India section for now and immediately go to the patch notes. Yeah. Because it seems like many of you are waiting for that. So sadly, there isn't too much of an update in terms of the patch notes. As you guys know, we have a bunch of new scrolls going live next week with Surge, with hand manipulation. There's going to be about 50 new scrolls that go live. With these scrolls come a ton of new animations, a ton of VFX. But sadly, a lot of this has actually been delayed in previous weeks just due to the amount of testing that we've had to do. Yeah, literally, I started talking about the scrolls and Farm just appears in chat here, which is great to see. But our development team has been working, really heads down for the past few weeks, testing all these new features. With us adding a lot of new, mechanics and features such as Surge and hand manipulation, there's been quite a lot of back and forth testing between our backend and testing it on the app as well as the browser. So that's why we've actually had to continue to push back. The changes themselves, as well as the balance updates that will be coming with them, will actually not be going live this week at all. So the patch will not be in today or tomorrow. What will instead be released is the patch notes. So we don't want to release something ahead of, Titan Tournament 2.0. We think this is going to be, a big tournament for us with 216 players. So we don't want to change up the balance too much, especially so close to, the actual tournament itself. So what we've actually decided to do is to change the balance as well as the implementation of the features to next week. And what we will actually be doing this week is just releasing the patch notes in terms of the balance updates for you guys all to see. I'm not 100% sure if it's 50 new scrolls, Farm. We are producing a lot of new scrolls. I'd have to double check how many there actually are. We have a lot of scrolls from hand manipulation, Surge. There's actually going to be a few new features and mechanics for you guys to play around with next week. If we take a look back at the product roadmap as well, we were originally going to release a lot of these new scrolls and features on May 5th. But just with all the actual changes that it's having in game, it's taken a little bit longer to go through this testing process. So again, really appreciate all of your guys' support and patience through this. But what we will definitely be doing, again, just to reiterate, is that we will be releasing the patch notes tomorrow. Yeah, patch notes will be released tomorrow, and then the changes will go live after the tournament. Cool. I see another question here from FarmView. So how do we get the new scrolls, titanium? Yeah, Farm. So it's going to be the same way that you get the scrolls nowadays. So you either get them through, grimoires, purchasing grimoires, from winning battles, from purchasing them on the marketplace, from creating new titans and them being within the DNA. So it's basically going to be, the same way that you currently get new scrolls. Grimoire is definitely a great way. Cool. So I'll see if there are any more questions. Oh, D-Max is here, the new captain of Imperial Vanguard. Welcome, D-Max. Okay. Are there any more questions on patch notes? I'm sorry, I don't have too much more alpha to give you guys. Question here from White. Any plans to increase the card slot for level 7? So what do you mean card slot, White Shark? Just to understand what you're saying exactly. One of the new features that we will likely have next week will be the hand manipulation, which means you can actually hold more cards within your hand. But we haven't discussed any plans to actually increase the amount of slots available as well. If you're talking about deckhand, yes, that will be something that is going live with features. But in terms of the actual amount of slots within the arena, that will not be changed. Yeah, the number of scrolls within a deck totally. Yeah. So we have a few new scrolls coming out next week, which will either steal scrolls from your opponent's hand or actually add scrolls as well. But again, all of this will be outlined next week. We actually do the release. Yes, and there will be some new weapons as well. Okay. So I see another question from FarmView. Is Revenant still coming with Team? Actually, that's a great segue, FarmView. We'll actually touch on the India Influencer Showdown just now. But yes, everything is really strong with Revenant. We're still working with them in regards to releasing a podcast with Scout, which is actually planning to go live within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then obviously the bootcamp room that we've actually created is live within the Revenant house. Yes, Sankey, I'm about to dive into that. Deuce, I do not have the exact number of scrolls because a lot of them are undergoing testing at the moment. And that's sadly why we've had some of the delays. So sadly, I can't give you the number. Yes, so FarmView, I don't know if you missed that section, but we did introduce the Imperial Vanguard team during the Titan Tournament 2.0 section. And we will also mention them in the announcement of the tournament. Sorry. Okay, what can you say about the new team that joined us? Vanguard, make intro. So they're a new team from Africa. We had some interesting partners who wanted to potentially build a team with players in Africa. With Africa being a really big area of focus for us, over these next few years, we decided to kick off a little bit early. And I'm getting all these new questions in chat, guys. But with us putting a lot of focus in Africa, we decided to kick off with the team early. So Imperial Vanguard is a team players from Africa who will be represented. Yeah, Chico, I know we did say 68 new scrolls, but I'm not definitively saying that 68 scrolls will be released next week because we're still undergoing a lot of testing. FarmView, they are not an existing esports team or club. This will be 128, 121. I don't know what you guys are saying here. I see 68, 121. We're all over the place. We will once we complete a little bit more of the testing, we'll make it more clear. You got okay. Now I see all these questions coming in about the patch. I'll make sure to make an announcement after the TitanTalk as well. But just to reiterate again, the patch notes will be coming tomorrow, but not the actual patch update. So just the patch notes for you guys to see what changes will be coming. And then the patch, as well as the new features such as hand manipulation and surge, will actually be coming next week. Can we, fix the live time? We can try to give you a ballpark, Sankey, but I can't guarantee that. Well, again, this is all kind of dependent on testing, so it's a bit outside of our control. Okay, so I'll dive quickly into the Influencer Showdown. This is one of our biggest creator activations to date. So we're calling this, we have a few names for it right now. We're still deciding exactly what the final name is, but it's anywhere between the Creator Clash or the India Influencer Showdown. So as a lot of you know, we've been building towards a really major live event, the Revenant Bootcamp in Navi, Mumbai. And this event will actually feature some of the top gaming creators across India. So, there's going to be a tournament, but it's so much more than just a tournament itself. So we're not necessarily going there just to crown a winner. What we really are treating this event as is our chance to officially kick off Reign of Titans into a large scale, push within the India market. So when we look at the India Showdown, what this will actually feature is a live in-person tournament. So as I mentioned, we'll have some of the top India creators there. They'll actually be facing off in a stage against each other, as well as commentators that will be live. this will all be live streamed on our YouTube, on our social media. It'll be really great for you guys to engage and follow along. Alongside this, we'll have creator-led challenges, and obviously on site, a big focus for us will actually be having a lot of content creation. So yes, GQ, there is a tournament in the event, but it's actually only a tournament between 8 creators that will actually be there. Shenlong, I'm building suspense a little bit. Don't worry, we will officially announce the date. But just want to give quick context to the event itself in case people do not know about the event. But our intention with this event is to get a bunch of social media content with the creators and to begin to kind of release this over the next few months with them, as well as have a really big showing on the day of the event itself. So we'll be there. I'll be on the ground capturing a lot of content and creating a lot of content with these creators. And then obviously we'll be live streaming the battles itself to our YouTube and our Instagram and Twitch. So to us, this is much more than just a one-day event. This is something we're, again, really attempting to signify our really large push and our intention on the Indian market as well. So over the past few weeks, we've been obviously planning out all the logistics for the event. We've been working with a lot of vendors. We've been working with the Revenant team on the ground. And also, due to a lot of the events that are going on in India with the geopolitical climate, we've actually decided to push the event to June 7th. So I see a lot of you are asking when the event is happening. We've actually pushed it 2 weeks. So originally it was May 24th. We're now pushing it 2 weeks, June 7th. But don't worry, as always, we'll make sure all of your guys' accommodations and that you guys have all the updated information. But trust us, we're pretty bummed that we have to push the event. We're really excited to see a lot of you guys. Yes, June 7th, Batak. We're really excited to meet a lot of you guys. So, it's a bit of a bummer that we have to wait an extra 2 weeks. But I promise, the reason that we're actually pushing this event is only to improve the actual execution event. So we want to make sure the stream is going smoothly. We want to make sure that the event is, the event room is set up itself. And we want to make sure that, the creators and, our team also feel safe within, the travel in the region as well. So just to reiterate, we will be pushing the event from May 24th to June 7th. And our big focus here is this extra time will allow us to lock in some final creators. So not only, sorry, TSD, I see a question from you, but where? It's in Navi, Mumbai. So for those of you who don't know, we purchased a floor of the Revenant Bootcamp house, and we actually redid this into a Reign of Titans room. And this is where the whole India Influencer Showdown will actually be. Cool. Okay, I see we're in agreement there. But again, yeah, exactly, Chiku. The top floor with that big terrace. It's going to be amazing. So this extra time will just allow us to get a few new creators in. So again, this is a really big launch event for us. We want to work with a few creators who won't be live at the event, but we want to have them talking about the event itself. So again, really attempting to maximize our creator reach here. As I mentioned, we really want to perfect the production. This is the first time we'll actually be having a stream, which will have like multiple camera angles. We'll have a camera angle with the creators, hanging out in one room. We'll have a camera angle of the commentators. We'll have another camera angle of the people playing the game itself. So it's a lot of logistics, and it's a full esports tournament. It's a full esports production. So we really think that this additional time will just help us improve the actual event itself. Cool. I'll see if there are any more questions. I see a dancing duck, so I think that is good. But as always, we thank you guys for the support. We're bummed that we have to push it 2 weeks, but again, I think this is for the best, and I think it's going to be just improve the whole execution of the event. There's a lot of ducks in chat right now. I don't I don't know what this is about. But are there any more questions before we move on to really just the Super Rumble? Yeah, very little alpha today. I know. Hey, there's not too much. So 7th is the fixed date. Right now, there are no official clashes, but as always, it's kind of an evolving situation, just given Pakistan and India, as I'm sure many of you know. So we're kind of just giving that additional time to really see how the geopolitical climate is and to see if there's anything else we need from a production standpoint as well. Alpha about the esport model for the end of the year. What I can tell you about the esport model is we've been having some really, really, really in-depth meetings this week about what that whole format will look like. So we're actually already in the process of putting together what tournaments will happen when, as well as where. I don't have anything to share just yet, but hopefully on next week's Titan Talk, we'll be able to actually show you guys some of the events that we have planned. Yes, TST, we will mention the time and location as well on our social media, as well on our Discord for the India event. Yeah, I would say Shenlong. I understand that's kind of difficult with train travel, etc. What we're saying now tentatively is the 7th of June is our official date. So if you guys want to plan anything around that, make sure to plan for the 7th. All right, cool. I see a question from Blackfire regarding AGS 2025. Yes, Blackfire, we will be doing AGS with Pepsi this year. I actually had a meeting with their team. Was it last week? I believe it was last week. So we're actually in the process of kicking off what our whole entire scope will look like with Pepsi for 2025. And we want to go a lot deeper than we've actually been in previous years. So instead of just doing kind of the AGS event, we want to have a lot of touch points, throughout the second half of the year with Pepsi as well. So that's actually something we're currently in the process of scheduling and kind of aligning with them as well. So we'll have Pepsi, we'll have Guaraná. We're in talks with Trident as well. So as always, a lot of really big brands for us this year. And then India is just going to be a beast within itself with all the work we're doing with Revenant and the esports teams there as well. Is there a percentage of common update from Mega Lootbox? This is something we've talked about. I don't know if it will 100% go live in this update. I will have to ask actually Ink and get back to you on that. All right, everyone. I know I didn't give any too much alpha, but if you guys have any more questions, please put it in chat. And if not, let's head on over to Titan Games to play a quick rumble. Are we keeping the... Okay, this is a good question for our view. Are we keeping the same tourney schedule in June, July, and August that we have now? So this is still tentative. We are keeping the tournament schedule at least until the end of June. July and August may change a little bit depending on our esports roadmap. Right now, just to give you guys additional context, we're trying to see if our current model can fit into the esports roadmap, or if we have to create, a whole new like tournament IP, if that makes sense. So Farm, what I can tell you is up until the end of June, it will stay consistent. But from then on, we will likely make a change to have this fit more within our esports roadmap. But don't worry, this esports roadmap will actually be coming out within the next few. Yeah, so this tournament in July and August will be bigger. So again, we're really trying to increase the esports scene here. I'm not saying bigger in terms of necessarily a prize pool, but bigger in terms of the amount of participants. And what our intention here is to use a lot of these tournaments that will then drive down to Worlds that will happen in December. Discussing about Lucky Buy in Titan Chat is a no, or it's okay. I'm not too sure what Lucky Buy is, but if you have to ask Shenlong, maybe it's not a good thing. Yeah, Deuce, we hear you. What can I say about esports roadmap if I can? I don't know. I can't say too much necessarily right now about the esports roadmap. Just anticipate multiple events in multiple regions, similar to our current tournament model, but being a little bit more focused on having, all of this come to a head and having some qualifiers and basically tournaments that will lead to a world championship at the end of the year. 1,024 players. I don't know if we'll get there, but we need your guys' help even to fill the 256. But if you guys keep inviting people, we will. We potentially can have 1,024. Yeah, Shenlong, I can't speak on any gambling and not necessarily even buying the NFTs. So I'll leave that conversation to you guys. All right, everyone. If you have any more questions, let's ask them in Titan Games. But let's get this Rumble up and running. All right. All right, all right. So we need 2 volunteers from the audience as ads and RT are not here. Yes, Chica, we need to decide who gets those bounties. So if you want a bounty on you, let me know. Okay, Batak gets 1. We have a bounty on the duck. And then Nero. Ooh, Shenlong slept today. Okay, we have Batak and Nero who will have the bounties on. So get a medium loot box if you kill myself, Batak, or Nero. A normal loot box if any of us commit suicide. And whoever wins the Super Rumble will actually get a medium box. All right, all right. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to put them here in the Titan Games channel. I'll do my best to answer them. Yes, so if you kill us, Blackfire. Nero, myself, and Bat. Thank you, Farmview. I know I sadly didn't have as much alpha. To give you guys a bit of context, ads with our development team as well, which is why she's not here on TitanTalk. And honestly, we've been plugging away at a lot of exciting things to show you guys in coming weeks. Just sadly, none of them are actually ready for this week. Been quite heads down with planning the esports roadmap, which we want to show next week or the week after. And then also all these changes in terms of balance as well. So we've actually been quite heads down this week. The biggest piece of alpha, though, is definitely the fact that we will be moving India Influencer Showdown from May 24th to June 7th. But I think this is only for the better, and the actual execution event will be better. Will be, improved because of it. All right, we have 31 in the audience, but we only have 23 in the Super Rumble. Come on, guys. You got 15 seconds. Head on over quick. Ooh. Ooh, we have a Norse era. I haven't seen this. Look at this. Ooh, okay. 23 participants. 8 of you are sleeping. Come on. RG Bureau. Oh, Brutal killed Killer Besto. Heya killed Brutal. Oof. Back and forth. We have 17 players left. And Sharma committed suicide. Why Sani killed Julian. Joe Mama. Abhishek killed Webb's hero. And Pervanch was lost. Jen Long. Ooh, practice their bow. I'm not used to this Norse one. This one's new. Joel Franklin killed Blast. MHR killed Blackfire and Golsi Nero, then killed Phoenix. Ooh, who killed? Oh, Nero killed Phoenix. Ooh, Joe Mama killed Shazinix. Joe Mama then killed Ashwati. Shenlong. Come on, Shenlong. Come on. That's not cool. Chiku then killed Abhishek. Ooh, why Sani killed MHR? Sankey raised some. I don't even know what that is. Why Sani also has it. Joel Franklin was crushed. Shenlong. Ooh, lifted Moljanier. Oh my gosh. Round 6. Joe Mama killed Chiku. Why Sani killed Golsi Nero. Why Sani getting a medium loot box. And then why Sani killing RG Bureau. Sheesh. Sankey committed suicide. Why Sani killed Heya. Why Sani's on a roll. Oh my gosh. Shenlong then killed Joe Mama. And then there were 2. Who is it? Who is it? We have Shenlong. Shenlong is the champion. Why Sani committed suicide. Oof, scattered by some wins. But GG's everyone in chat as always. All right, everyone. This was a bit of a quicker Titan Talk, so apologies for having to rush out and not having much alpha. But just give a recap. We kicked off the affiliate tournament results. Shout out to Heya. Let's see if somebody can take him off the championship next round. Then we turned our focus to Titan Tournament 2.0 happening this weekend. $10,000 prize pool, 216 players. Best of luck, everyone. And then we talked quickly about the motion comic rollout. Episodes 3 and 4 are now live. Episodes 5 and 6 coming this weekend. New events coming. Plus, we're seeing some growth in terms of the marketing we're doing. So amazing to see. And then lastly, as I mentioned, we have changed the dates from our India Influencer Showdown from May 24th to June 7th to give us just a little bit more. So as always, thank you guys for being here and helping us shape the journey. We will see you next week. And yeah, until next time, thank you, everyone. I will be in India, most likely, so I will see a lot of you then. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week, and we'll release the patch notes soon, tomorrow. Thanks, guys.